Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depends where you're at. This is an update based on what happened today in crypto world. Until crypto start, until coins started doing something different than what Bitcoin does, I don't see a point covering every single coin because they all do about the same thing. I'll focus primarily on Bitcoin until I see a reason to do otherwise because whatever Bitcoin does, everybody else to follow it quite fairly close. So what actually happened today? We did build out that head. We did drop to the shoulder, and we came down. We couldn't break the support at 31,000. If we look at the history, we've been trying to break through that support 4 times, roughly about. I'm pretty sure as we continue to hit it, we probably will eventually break through it. We are still traveling within this channel, which kind of creates also comfort at the same time for those that day trade or scalp. There's actually comfort of knowing right now we are at the bottom, so buy in, travel midway, a little bit higher than the midway, get out. Then when it flips, do the same, travel from the top, midway, a little bit lower to midway, and get out. Um, as well as those that actually, scalp each jump. That's the example. Let me bring this over here. Then you also have a comfort knowing we are right now comforting. So you would get in the bottom, ride your way up, get out, bounce back, get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out. Those that actually can afford to sit in front of a computer and take two, three, $4 at a time of a trade and just kind of bounce and run the trade as we are recovering. Please be careful. Use stop losses at all time because unsuspectedly, since right now we confirmed third time, because I'm not going to count this one, but once, two, 3 times we confirmed that we're heading south. At any time, market makers might want to decide and flip it and trade the support again. I do apologize if I call support resistance. I do actually sometimes will mix the words up because for me, resistance anytime when somebody resists something. So it's resisting us breaking through the bottom. So for me, it's resistance. So I might call it as resistance, but the most proper name in the market is to call it support. So I do apologize if I mess it up and call it something else. So we definitely have a tunnel in which we can feel comfortable trading in until one or another gets broken. Be safe, careful, don't allow distractions to actually um, get you caught unsuspected. To apologize, it's like I have extra noise. So that's about it for now. Um, at one point, it kind of gives the peace and comfort knowing where we at and how this might actually continue, which also for those that actually trading daily can actually give some peace of trading, especially right now as we will be recovering to the center line. What I also mean, and let me actually bring this up on an hourly chart. As you guys do have see here, this 50 EMA line. Every every time that it actually moves away, it will always retract back to that 50 EMA, which is where I call it as a safe way to trade. Because when it comes to EMA, you actually know it came back home, you cash out, or that you close the trade, wait until it goes away, then when it brings back into the 50 EMA, you actually can take advantage of the trade. That's one of the other ways people trade as well. Not much to say other than this might be a little long journey. I was just hoping. Actually, somebody said, "Okay, what are the levels we're going to break?" And my honestly answer, we needed to break through 31 6 because that was also the resistance right here, or 31 2, which we barely broke through it. Also resistance of all round numbers will actually have a resistance on it. So breakthrough 30, breakthrough breakthrough 28. Also, we need to break through 24 as we expand the 1 day chart and so on and so on. What exactly the purpose of breaking through those levels? We're looking for a support strong enough because either we can travel in this tunnel and until people start getting comfortable now and reverse the trend and start actually buying Bitcoin again. The other reasons to break out of that is to create a movement. So just think about a trampoline. When you're sitting on a trampoline, you're really not going anywhere. You'll have these small moves like this on a 1 minute chart, but you kind of will be kind of tied down to a certain range. But when you start breaking through the levels and support or resistance, you'll find an area where it will actually spring you out and actually kick you to a point where people will feel comfortable that we are heading again north and start actually coming back and putting more money into crypto, which will encourage also market makers to do the same. Yes, when you get into a situation of a spring, like on a trampoline, you will start bouncing up and down. But what you guys rather do is actually have big bounces between, you know, $20,000 range, or being stuck in a range of about $1,500. And if you continue bouncing on the bigger range, eventually you will find a spot where you actually will start creating that momentum, or the opposite of is going deeper and lower to the price. So that is actually, goal is actually to get to start going somewhere instead of going nowhere. That's about all I can. That's about all I can actually explain that right now in simple words. I have to still kind of, work that in my mind to figure out how to actually lay it out in a form where it could be more understandable. We'll keep you guys updated as things do change, but I believe we will be recovering until we start creating something that actually will be more obvious where we're going. It is a time for New York being closed for the market. We will be having Asian market open up in the evening around 8 o'clock New York time and around 4 o'clock in the morning New York time. European market open up. So we might get unsuspected reversal trying to retest the support line again, but for some reason I'm having a feeling we're done for today. We probably will be reversing, traveling up, um, probably getting somewhere in this area in the next day or so, and then coming back again and trying that support again, probably 24 to 72 hours. That's about how I see this playing out in longer term, as people will do start realizing this is actually a bearish market, and less people will be putting money on the side of a bullish to keep it try to battle it the bearish market. That about it. What I can say right now. We'll be back with more information as it develops. Take care.